Paul, welcome to the Footy Wrap for round 4. Good to have you here.
Oh, you've never really started this formally before.
Well, it's 5 in the morning. This is the dawn video.
Yep.
The dawn wrap for Anzac Day.
Some say the very first Footy Wrap was forged on the cliffs of Gallipoli.
I want to give you an update on Ben Cousins because I know you're very worried about his welfare. He's coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
how long? How long till we see him?
Well, it's shrouded in secrecy. I suspect Craig Hutchison's probably the only person who knows. But
and that's because Craig has been sleeping with Ben.
but
Ben doesn't even know it. Craig slips into his room at the Betty Ford Clinic and under the sheets with pen and paper.
Look, we know that West Coast have issued an indefinite suspension for Cousins,
Ooh.
but the AFL have also
How long is that? How long is an indefinite suspension?
Well, who knows? It's indefinite. And the AFL have also said that he won't play until they're satisfied.
But hang on, the AFL hasn't given the suspension.
They haven't, but they've said there's no way he's going to play unless they're satisfied that he's recouped.
So if they haven't suspended him, does that mean that the AFL can say on any given week, well, this week Jonathan Brown's not going to play until we're happy about it?
You look at Anzac Day and what are you doing?
Oh, I just think that like your head appear. I'm not saying you've got a large head, but you.
I'm like on the edge of frame here.
Yeah, but your head sort of really appears. Like I checked it out on YouTube the other day, and the show should be called the.
Well,
Jeff's head.
I'm the host, so I've got
not
to
like the Footy Wrap.
Topics.
Jeff's scone.
Anzac Day
The
coming
scone
up.
wrap. I think it could have been called.
Today's Anzac Day.
It is, and we
It's
probably
a very special game.
take it seriously.
And Kevin Sheedy and Mick Malthouse are both sort of calling for historical sort of education to be stepped up a bit in primary schools and high schools.
They want to change the school curriculum.
Well, I don't reckon anyone knows about,
Which I think is a travesty. I think it's horrible that you can go up to a kid in the street and you can rattle off, what drug Ben Cousins is on this week.
But you don't know.
He doesn't
you don't know anything about Australian history.
Well,
you don't know any of the great wartime battles.
I think you would find that I do.
I sent Paul to a press conference with Mick Malthouse today, and he made you look like a fool.
I find this extraordinary that if I said to the play group about a certain action, which was basically played out in a theatre of war that was quite well known, the majority of players didn't know where it was.
Which battle are you referring to, Mick?
Tobruk. All in heat, they all know what country it's in?
Is that off the Maroondah Highway?
Keep that to yourself. You've just answered another question.
Yeah, well, I mean the Maroondah Highway, Egypt. You fudged that.
Well, no, I haven't.
You've used your little editing things. You see, we film this, and you go away in your little room, and you're on your internet, and you're downloading and uploading, and I don't know what goes on in there, and you make it look like I say things that I don't.
Well, all right, you did ask another question.
I did. I asked another question, and I hope that you haven't fudged this.
All right, here's the other question that Paul asked.
Good. Do you know that I slept with a woman that looked like Presta Giacomo?
Keep that to yourself.
It's actually Presti Giacomo.
Whatever. I was the one that her.
It's far from a waste of time, the Footy Wrap, Paul.
No, you're right.
A lot of people like it.
They do love it.
And this
morning,
morning,
we've had... Yeah?
I've had a number of emails. Actually, 2 is the number. But so this morning's pretty special because we've got our first studio audience.
Yep.
If I just turn the camera around, I'll be able to...
There we go. Let's have a look at them.
Show you... we've got...
Guys, I'm on the phone.
So if you want to email them for tickets, just sing
we've
out.
got a few openings.
Do a dinner package as well.
Have you got your arm around me, Paul?
Sorry.
Yeah?
Sorry.
I know you're excited.
But I've always been like that. Like if I'm in the back seat of a car and I've got someone next to me, it doesn't matter if it's a girl or if it's my grandfather.
Yeah.
I've got to put my arm around them.
Look, you've been dubbed a kangaroo basher by a few friends, and they've had a win.
Can I take over here?
Why don't you be the
because
first to
I've been accused, and I want to say, go Roos.
Yeah, they had a win.
They had a win.
That'll be something that they can really.
They had a
treasure.
home game win.
Yeah, so they'll all be able to celebrate.
But I mean, it was a home game, up in Carrara. But anyway, good going.
But there was 11,000 people.
11,000,
and they would have lifted the roof.
Yeah. Wow.
They would have lifted the
And
roof
I mean,
up.
you can assume that seeing as it was up at Carrara, probably more than half of those supporters would have been Brisbane supporters that bothered to drive half an hour.
Well, no, there's a few.
So essentially, we can assume that the Kangaroos have had a big, massive win in front of about 5,000 or 6,000 people.
Fans. Just finally, I think Paul and I would both like to wish James Hird the best for what might be his final Anzac Day.
He has been a real Anzac Day performer.
Especially Anzac Day. He has been quite a hero.
And of course, Anzac, meaning Australia, New Zealand, Army Corps.
Yep. Very good.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, you're
Been
doing
reading up on my Australian history ever since Mick Malthouse made a fool out of me.
James Hird's won 3 Anzac Day medals.
I know.
It's a fantastic achievement.
Yep.
You know, good luck to all those guys. It's going to be a fantastic day. Really looking forward to it. It's been a bit different doing the 5 in the morning YouTube wrap.
At your house this time.
Yeah, that's good. What are you reading up on that?
It's got some Australian history.
What's that? That's my sister. What are you doing?
I like her. I think Rachel's beautiful.
That's Sharon.
Sharon. Whatever. It's a bit weird.
Alright, I think we've got to go to the dawn service, don't we?
Yep. Can I get that picture back? Or is someone going to come back and turn the camera off?